Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, selamat siang everyone. Today we are going on a journey with the topic of power, identity, and geopolitics of cultural preservation. I'm going to present to you the Indonesia Living Maritime Heritage. This paper is presented by me and prepared by myself and also Ki Joyosato from Kultura, an NGO that specializes in intangible cultural heritage in Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with a journey not across the land, but a journey into the heart of Indonesia, the greatest treasures. It's a living maritime heritage. And we will explore this through a very important lenses: the themes of power, identity, and geopolitics of preserving who we are. Let's start with the identity. Indonesia is the largest archipelagic nation, the world's largest archipelagic nation. This is our identity. It's not defined by a line in the map, but by the waters that connect our over 17,000 islands. Indonesian culture is a maritime culture. This is a powerful expresses in UNESCO called our intangible cultural heritage, or ICH, our living tradition, ritual, knowledge, and skill. Indonesia actually have, at the moment, 2024, last December, over 2,200 recognized elements of intangible cultural heritage. And the potential is about 11,000 waiting to be verified and also documented. This heritage is the soul of our nation. It is rooted in both international agreements and also our own national law, showing a deep commitment to safeguard this identity for future generations. Now, our ministry has trying to visualize this database and also making a visualization to easily see the connection between elements of intangible cultural heritage. So we have developed structures, an ICH database. This is actually with the philosophy that in the modern world, powers come from information. And culture is documented because we believe that if not documented, it does not exist in the global conversation. For a long time, the immense cultural knowledge of our coastal community was not systematically recorded. This is a kind of form of powerlessness. So we developing the national digital database, and the Ministry of Cultures is trying to working on it. Up to 2022, we have digitized over 1,700 tradition, and then we keep doing it. So we are saying our knowledge is valuable, our tradition is valid, and we will document them ourselves. This is a powerful act, we believe, of self-determination and also ensuring our heritage is integrated into policy and accessible to the world in our term. So this is just to show you the visualization of the elements. It's about 1,700 elements that we documented and also inscribed since up to 2022. So we can see here all the elements is in blue dot in the middle. And then there are 5 domains of intangible cultural heritage. And then on the outside, we can see the color code of what is the ecosystem, whether this is in coastal regions, in landlocked, in countryside, or in urban side, and then the process and also the tools and the materials and also the theme of the intangible cultural heritage. And in the outside here, circle is representing the provinces and also the city that the intangible cultural heritage belong to. It is a powerful tools that we can map different elements of intangible cultural heritage. What we want to see here, and also I want to show through this presentation, is that we are doing from the database of filtering or what kind of select among 1,700 elements that been visualized in this database. We are focusing more on the marine practice with the keyword of laut, kelautan, kepulauan, pantai, and pesisir. What we found is, I will show you some of the example of the one that we found from this database and filtering method. There are 5 key thematic filter that also we apply. As individual life cycle, communal life cycles, local wisdom, harmony with nature, food security, and education and mitigation. So these are 20 elements that we found, and this is also found in several provinces, and from the west to the east of Indonesia is represented in this example. So we use this power to tell the specific story. We filter this vast database, as I mentioned, is about 1,700 database of elements to find heritage directly linked to ocean, sustainable practice, and importantly, about spices. The result is 20 powerful examples, from Pameti shellfish gathering in Maluku to whale hunting ritual in Levanuang, Lembata. This is not just a quaint traditions, they are sophisticated system of knowledge. They represent 5 domains of the intangible cultural heritage, from the cultural practices, ritual, festival, skill and traditions, craftsmanship, knowledge of nature and social practice. So all these domain of intangible cultural heritage are represented here. And this is a declaration that our maritime identity is diverse, rich, and incredibly sophisticated. Next, let me show you some of the details of the tradition or the practice. First is Bameti in Maluku. This is a practice where women and children gather shellfish at low tide. It is sustainable, and it strengthens the community bond, and it transmits ecological knowledge to the children. This is a demonstration of power, the power of community to feed itself using ancient sustainable method that modern science is only beginning to appreciate. Next, we have Levanuang in Lembata. This is in Lamalera community. It is a whale hunting, and is often misunderstood by outside world, but it is actually not merely a hunting. It is a profound spiritual ritual governed by clan deliberation. It's balanced subsistence with deep reference to nature and ancestor. It is emphasized the fair sharing of resources. This is about identity and the power to define their own relation with nature, natural world, according to their own values, not by external judgment. Next is example of Sasi Maluku in Maluku. This is, I think, is quite famous. And I believe this is an example of the geopolitical contribution. We are in global fighting over how to manage the ocean. Nation debate fishing quota and marine protection zones. But in Maluku, people are practicing sasi. And also in Papua, they're practicing hiatiki. Sasi is a customary system that temporarily close the marine resources, allowing them to regenerate and they are a community enforced and align perfectly with modern sustainability principle. This is where local power meets the global geopolitics. Indonesia doesn't just participate in global sustainability talk, but we have lived with it for centuries. Our indigenous knowledge system are not alternative, they are foundational solution to what the world needs. The last example that I want to discuss is a ritual in Luwu, South Sulawesi, is called Maceralas. This include a 3-month not fishing period or tradition also found in North Sulawesi in Tulude, where misfortune are symbolically cast out to the sea, are not actually a superstition, but they are encoded in the environmental conservation. They are a traditional governance, the acts of power to synchronize human activity with natural cycle. And it is not just ritual, it is many also symbolically, also in performance and also ritual that they do. There are others, rituals, oral traditions. For example, we have in Lingga, nasi sekune, a ritual food. We also have oral tradition like syair surat kapal, poetic tradition symbolize oceanic life journey. We have dances, coastal moral storytelling dance in Tari Benten, and also Melaboh, atau is an ancestral sea journey with ancestral offering. This is in Bengkulu, I believe. So there are so many of the ritual intangible cultural heritage domain, and 5 that I mentioned before. And I believe this is also kind of opportunity for sustainable wisdom. This is mean a lot for the futures. This is where power, identity, and geopolitics merge into opportunity. This is the heritage, not as a museum exhibit, but it is a vital asset for the new kind economy, because all of this is actually a living heritage. This means that sustainable coastal development driven by culture, it's mean community-based tourism, where visitors and also where visitors or community-based tourism where visitors don't just take a photo, but they can learn about the tradition. For example, Sasi in Maluku and others tradition that I mentioned before. It can also mean creative industry that use this story in film, music, and blue economy that doesn't exploit but empowers the community economy by valuing their heritage, giving them real power and agency. The other opportunity for innovation and partnerships, and this is also immense, the opportunities are immense, I believe. We can partner with the local wisdom with global climate change, climate science, or I mean, we can also integrate ICH into school curriculums and university research. We can use the digital platform like database that we built to amplify the voices of this community to the world. And we can collaborate with youth, artists, and technologists to tell the story in new and exciting ways. This is how we shift from the geological narrative, from being a subject of global preservation effort to being a leader and partners offering time-tested solutions. Now, in conclusion, I believe Indonesian maritime heritage is more than just a culture. It is a statement of identity. We are people of the sea. It is source of power, the power of knowledge, community, and self-determination. And it is also crucial players in the geopolitics of sustainability and cultural preservation. Our living traditions are not about the past. They are the compass for the futures, and they show us how to live in balance with our planet. By empowering our coastal communities to be the guardian of this heritage, we do more than preserve cultures. We protect our ocean, and we offer the world lesson in resilience, harmony, and hope. To learn each other's that our culture future is blue, is water or ocean, and in the same time, it is also the future that is bright. With that, I thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.